Here with us again is Golden Globe winner and singer-songwriter Frankie Previte and the very talented Lisa Sherman. Welcome back. We have so much to talk about.
Yes,
okay, so you were talking about your career and how you met and how he wasn't just giving you a line.
Yes, he wasn't giving me a line. When I first met Frankie, I asked, because I didn't know him, and I just asked him, so what have you done? And he just so happens pulls out the Dirty Dancing demos. Yeah, well, I've written these 2 songs. I was shocked, pleasantly shocked. And one thing led to another, and now we're working together.
So
How about that?
Right, and I think it's great. You're working together on this wonderful production that has evolved. It was your brainstorm, but it's really evolved. So tell us about how it's evolved.
Okay. When Lisa said Decades of Divas, it was like a light bulb going off in my brain. And I said, she goes, well, what do you see? And I said, well, I see like two nightclubs on stage, one jazz club, one rock club, and the street in between them, Memory Lane, and a big screen flashing Billie Holiday and Ella and Etta, all the way up to the present day divas. And then a little bit of maybe a storyline where all you girls get together and not really copy these singers, but what you got from them to make.
Celebrate we celebrate these performers. We're not trying to portray them, and that's the difference. So it's what these performers did to us to make us the entertainers that we are today, and that's what the story truly is about.
How they pass the torch.
Right. There you go. And it's also, you know, it has it's theatrical. It's not just music. It has everything in it.
It does. There's a little bit of a storyline, which was neat. We filmed the first show at the Count Basie, and I couldn't have paid this woman money to say this at the end, where the guy went into the audience and he was talking to all the people. What'd you think of the show? And what did you think? And this one couple go, you don't have to go to Broadway. It was right here tonight.
Right here.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Like,
it's a concert with a theatrical thread.
Right. But it was very exciting, too. It's still exciting.
Yeah, it is.
So it's
You
growing.
won the Academy Award.
I did.
For that wonderful song, and I can't sing, so we'll just pass it. But something changed in you from that point. What was it, Frankie?
Well, you know, what changed in me was after having that kind of success, I was always Frankie Previte the entertainer. It was about my voice. And then one day my song became bigger than me, bigger than my voice. And so as time went on and I met Patrick and got to know him, I realized that, you know, the person he was, Johnny, that perfect greaser, you know, that big-hearted tough guy, was really him. That's who he really was. He was just a good guy. And I did like some charity gigs with him. And I realized that I said, you know, I have to do something that, you know, to give back a little bit here. So I found out where Lisa Swayze was doing all her charity work, and it was the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. And I said, well, what can I do to help? And I thought about the demos, because that's Patrick lip syncing to me singing. That's Patrick, you know, when they do Hungry Eyes, they're dancing to me singing. So I said, let me put those demos together and sell them and donate that money to pancreatic cancer. So that's what I do. If you go on my Facebook page, Dirty Dancing Demos, I say you can own a piece of history. And in there I also added a song called Someone Like You, which is in the stage play, Dirty Dancing. So there's 3 songs, and I donate all that money to pancreatic cancer.
Wonderful. You have a performance coming up, and it's a new performance coming up. Tell us about that.
I've put together a show called The Best of Bonnie Raitt. Who doesn't love Bonnie Raitt?
Right.
Exactly. And it's going to be at McLuhan Supper Club in Asbury Park, July 25th. This will be our 2nd performance, and we're working on a 3rd performance at the Algonquin Theater in Manasquan, New Jersey. So it's really becoming quite popular. And once again, you know, it's a melodic mix of folk, rock, country, blues, soul. It's Bonnie Raitt, and it's quite wonderful.
Do you have a hand in this?
Well, I don't really have a hand. It was her idea again, but you know, they when I say they, the band gets together and they rehearse, and I go to these rehearsals, and I'm like, I'm in the front row of all these gigs, you know. And so, you know, they look at me like for approval, and I go, I got nothing to say.
He's incredibly creative, obviously. He's being modest right now, but
no, they sound really good. the singers in that are
well,
really good as well.
The blend of creativity and talent here is just, it's overwhelming.
Well, I have a lot of respect for the man, you know,
Right.
as a man himself and his accomplishments, and so I appreciate, you know, what he thinks and his constructive criticisms, and you take those criticisms and work with them. Right. And that's how we learn. But you have to respect where it's coming from. So it's a win-win situation. Yeah, we got lucky.
Well, I think the magic that the two of you have together is great. So is there something else in the works that the two of you are going to be doing together that you're planning? Or?
Well, I think the plan really is to take Decades of Diva to the next level. And we just, in the past month, something really magical happened for us. There's a playwright, his name is Mark Medoff, and Children of the Lesser Gods.
Right.
What's some of the other ones?
Marilyn, your arms too short to box
Right.
with God. Say that twice fast.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah, so he's come on board and he's going to help us rewrite the story. And then my vision for Decades is really to put 3D projection into it.
Wow.
And so you'll be in the audience watching a production that the decades change three-dimensionally in front of you, and a rainbow will come on stage and a bird will fly in the audience. So I call those wow moments. And I think that's a great place for theaters around the country, casinos around the country.
I'm ready.
And also we want to take it a step further and have decades of, for instance, country divas, decades of R&B divas, decades of jazz divas.
So really expanding what
decades
divas
of big
right.
Yes,
divas.
because
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like that.
And
Yeah.
each will have a different story, a different theatrical thread. So all these different stories can be running at all different times.
Well, I want to come to all of them.
Okay.
You're invited.
Thank you. Thanks so much, both of you, for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Power Your Life will be right back. Ahead, find out what's hot for next week. Finally, the word hot. Before we go, I'd like to leave you with my PowerPoints for the week. Maybe you're a little bit like me. Many times I get so caught up in my work and meeting the deadlines that I don't reserve time for myself. I say reserve because it first takes that level of awareness and attention to decide to have and to take that well-deserved me time. And then it's about scheduling it. Finally, not only scheduling it, but doing it. If you need an excuse for you or for anyone else in your life, think about this for a minute. Taking time for you boosts your creativity, ups your mood so you're friendlier, nicer to be around, more upbeat, and you like yourself more. Thanks for being with us today. On our next Power Your Life, actress Anna Lynn McCord's sister, Rachel McCord, reveals what it was like living in the shadow of a celebrity sibling and coming into her own light. I hope you'll join us.